Hello everyone, welcome back to Motorhome and Adventures. It's great to have you along. Thank you so much to all of our new subscribers who've subscribed very recently. It's great to have you on board, and keep all those lovely comments coming. We really enjoy answering your questions and all the messages that we get, so keep that going. It's great, thank you.
Absolutely brilliant it is, and welcome of course to a series of films, the NEC 2024 October. Yes, we're here again. Good to see it from 3 years on since we were first here, and in this series of films we're going to give you a little look round the NEC for the 2025 vans. So sit back, enjoy the footage, be it A-Class, tag axle, camper van. This series of films should bring something to all of you. Enjoy the films, guys. Well, it's day one. It's pretty early actually, and of course, well, apart from this good lady here,
We're at the Marquis stand.
Marquis Motorhomes. We've managed to get in before the masses come into these huge halls. It looks bigger and bigger every year. So let's have a look round give you a first glimpse. You are in about an hour and a half before the rest of them, so you lucky people. So we're of course going to start with the Mobilvetta stand and show you one or two what it's looked like this year on the stand here at Mobilvetta.
Interesting, as I came in earlier, I noticed that they have some of the vehicles are fitted with VB4 corner air suspension.
Yes.
That's new, isn't it? Because
That is very nice. Well, now of course you'll have seen on the channel the VB films. Yeah, look at that, there it is. There's the, that you know well if you've seen our films about VB on the channel. You'll know those air springs, or the sight of those air springs in there. And this one fitted, so this is actually the K-Yacht 80, this one. And it's also interesting to see, my first glance on the Marquis stand is that the Series 2 seem to be not on show here, so it may be that they've decided against the Series 2. So obviously we're back to 4.4 tons of massive 1200 kilos payload, which of course is that took us to this in the first place, because of its huge payload. That's one of the things that made us decide that we were going to buy a Mobilvetta. And look, this is obviously a show offer that they've got VB air suspension running as well, which is a good little offer, that. Let's see if we can get you in the 80. And the 80, some of you Mobilvetta owners will know, is the drop-down bed version at the rear, with a double as well at the front. Always love the sort of light colours of the Mobilvetta finish. And this one is no exception. Looks like they've got another show offer on there. Oh yeah, they've got an Avtex TV on offer there with a show. The bathrooms are really nicely laid out in these, and they've got that little button just there, you see, which when it's either when it's in its popped out position there, you merely just pull that back, and there's a little strap here which clips onto the button on the wall there, and that just holds it in place, and there you've got your shower area. So quite a clever little addition, that. Shower curtain that comes across there, and then you're back out into your second lounge area, which is really nice, and they've got really nice open sort of big panoramic windows as well. Gives you a lovely view from the back in these in the 80. We personally went for the island bed style, which is a fixed island bed at the rear. But that's also the good thing about the range. You've got so many options of the island bed, of the drop-down double at the back, of the fixed U-shaped lounge where you make up a bed at night. And of course, just over here, as you can probably guess, that's where a second TV would go, in addition to the one that's at the the one that's at the front of the vehicle. Plenty of cupboarding space. Access under the floor to various components of the van. We have got, and we did do a walkthrough of a K-Yacht 80 on the channel, so if you wanted to see a little bit more detail, then do check out the channel for some of the more detailed Mobilvetta walkthroughs that we've been lucky enough to be able to do from some of the Marquis dealerships around the UK. But in terms of the show itself, we like to give you a sort of overview of what the range is offering this year and or for the 2025 season. Really good sized fridges and freezer, you see, goes right down there. Freezer drawers there. Very nice too. The induction hob, the 2 gas burners. Really nice too. So that's the K-Yacht 80. And then if we go out onto the floor again, we'll see if we can find some more to walk you through. Give you an idea of 2025 Mobilvettas. So in terms of layout, this is the 95 for 2025. Again, free air suspension, VBS suspension. We know that from our experience with A&E Leisure, who fitted our VBS suspension, we know that this is probably anything between £7,000–8,000 worth of suspension if you've got full VBS. So a really good addition.
This particular vehicle hasn't got it at the moment, but they're obviously willing to fit it because it says it can be fitted, whereas the other one said it is fitted. So if you're looking at this one at the show, then obviously it's an option if you want it.
When you purchase this K-Yacht model, so they've obviously fitted some, and it looks like you can take advantage. 119,000 on the road, again 4.4 tons at 1,200 kilos payload, which is absolutely fantastic. And this version is the one with the U-shape at the back there, which you make the bed up with, as opposed to the one that we've just looked at, the 80, where it drops down from the roof. Again, a lovely spread because you've got this huge lounge area at the front. You've got the bang up to date Fiat dashboards, which are really nice. The new display units that they've put in. Our 2021 A-Class has got the older style, which is a little bit harder to see. They've done a really good job on these newer ones to make the dashboard a lot more visible. Space, of course, for 2 TVs again, but a really nice, Nicky relaxing in the U-shaped lounge at the back there. They are. It's a huge lounge area, isn't it? And these, because you haven't got the drop-down bed framework, these windows even bigger. Fantastic sort of panoramic style windows. Fly screen down on that one at the moment, but you can get the effect of those great spaces there. The fact that we can't see much out of that back one is not because it's blocked, it's because there's another van parked so close at the back of it. All these little aircraft style lockers in Mobilvettas now with the little catches there. But again, these lovely light colours which really give you, if I sit down next to Nicky at the back here, gives you a real feeling of light in here and a really light and airy space. And the lighting that Mobilvetta do, of course, is also fabulous. I'll just see if the power's on this van because we're so early in the show, and just see if I can give you a glimpse of some of the recessed LED lighting, which is really well done in the Mobilvettas. Suffice to say, those switches are of course up the front here.
It does feel very spacious in here, I have to say.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice, that view right all the way through, actually, isn't
it? It is. It looks absolutely massive. Yeah, and we are, of course, 7.5 metres with this one, give or take a few mil. The second drop-down bed, of course, is at the front there on really good hydraulics. But it's the finish now that they're really perfecting on these. The lighting, as I've said, the lighting's not on at the moment. If I can get some switched on by the staff who are just starting to arrive, I will, because it looks really nice when it's lit up with blue recessed LED lighting and white. Some of the spaces as well, really reasonable. Let's get some light for you. Really good size cupboarding area. That's obviously your table that fits in that U-shaped area we've just been sat at. You've got your top-up reservoir there for your Aldi wet heating system and your TV aerial, and just at the back there you can see the TV aerial booster. Some extra cupboarding there, and these little lift-off panels takes you down into more cubbies and access to some of the water piping and the other functionality of the van. Let's show you a little look in the bathroom of this 95 as well. You see this has got that little bit of extra space in the bathroom as well. Lovely separate shower cubicle. Really nice chrome fittings.
It's one thing I've noticed, aside from all the technology and the nice delightful furnishings, there's one thing that they have improved, and it's the little things, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the little things.
What have you picked up?
I found the bin.
Oh.
The bin. Look at this.
Oh, look, it's an upgraded bin.
Upgraded bin, and you don't
Yeah.
have to undo it, so to speak, because
No.
ours on the other one, you had to sort of pull it apart to put the bag in.
Yes, oh, I feel your pain.
It's just the little things. It really is.
Yeah, so this is the, as I say, this is the 95, and if I can show you a little bit of the front here as well, while we're still with it, this is like just a press down, and it pops up. You've got one of your Aldi wet heating systems in there, radiators, but some more cubbyhole space there. So there's loads of little nooks and crannies that they fitted storage space in. And if I sit down in this seat at the front, again, what a lovely view back to the back of the van. Really lovely, spacious and light van. The 95. So the K-Yacht 86, again another just under 7.5 metre van. This is again that slightly different design with the two raised sort of beds at the rear. Again round about 118, 120 grand. Again offering VB suspension. So I have to say, personally, I'm pleased that the Series 2 doesn't appear to be here this year, because that drop to 3,500 kilos meant that you were left with such a minimal amount of payload that it would really be very difficult to travel with any sort of kit and equipment, even let alone a passenger. It left that payload figure really, really low, and not sure it was the greatest move to go from 4.4 backwards to 3.5 tonne. Let's take you around the front. Plenty of storage lockers. And a really, really nice looking van, that, isn't it? So let's give you a quick look into the 86 as well. This lovely stitching, the Mobilvetta logo stitched in there. This mirror also is, shame some of the power isn't on, but this mirror is also sort of got an inlaid light on it as well. But the blue LED lighting that comes on at the front, that's also really effective. But you can see as well straight away you've got that different setup again, so you've got much more focus now on a front lounge, because the rear is taken up now with those two raised, or one, because you can join them together into one, really large bed at the back. So again, of course, a midpoint galley area.
Yeah, a lower oven, which I think is much easier than the ovens that are higher up, just because you're pulling out hot stuff at your face level.
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
That's a bit nicer. And actually, that oven feels much more substantial than the one that we had in ours.
Yeah, Thetford duplex, very nice. But then the signature induction 2 gas rings, similar lockering, all very similar now with this lovely light two-tone colour. Bits of chrome inlay as well, and of course under here you've got all of that under unit lighting as well, strip lighting, which I'll be determined to try and get one of these to be powered up for you, so you can see the lighting effect on a lot of these A-class Mobilvettas.
Something about lighting.
I do. Well, it just sort of finishes it off, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, at night time it's very cosy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
does. It gives a really nice effect as well. Again, that lovely new Fiat dash. Quite minimal really, isn't it? Not much clutter up there at all. 9-speed auto, of course. Got different you got different modes as well, eco mode and normal drive mode, and of course you can, as you can see, you can shift across into manual. Did a lot of that, I can tell you, when we were coming out of the Swiss Alps. and we had on a previous trip had experienced a bit of brake fade coming down some of those massive mountain passes in the Alps. So needless to say, I was in manual and in about first and second using the engine braking down. So we managed to keep hold of our brakes on the way down, which was always encouraging when you've got 4 tons behind you. The doors are here obviously, and a lot of the Mobilvettas are double doors, so this door to the bathroom then comes across and alternatively slots in there, so it in effect shuts off that whole rear bedroom area. And you can really get an effect now, can't you, of those elevated beds, which then can have a piece into the middle here, which then makes it into one really large bed space, which is lovely. Nice mattresses on there as well, nice and squishy. Of course, storage underneath the spaces as well. Got some hooks up there, you can just see. Let's get some light on in there for you. So it's like a little mini wardrobe space, and then more hatches that get you into some of the machinery of the van, heating systems, what have you. But look, another one there, hanging rail, big cubby spaces for storage. Some drawer space obviously under, so they use all of those little areas under the beds. And then this one, get a bit more light in there for you. This one goes straight into your garage. You can see your Audi wet heating system directly opposite there. These massive garage doors, which, as you know, took our 2 electric bikes in the garage when we first were taking them abroad, before we swapped to Peggy the scooter, which we now tow on the back. And there's your ladder, which allows you, it's a short piece of ladder, and you can fit it just onto there, you see, which allows you then to climb up into the bed if you need to. And then these bits pull out and provide the supports, or you get the supports for an infill piece that was in the garage there. See it just there. And that then fills in this space from here backwards, and gives you that massive double bed. So another layout for your A-Class Mobilvetta, really nice. And if we just spin back round, that's where that door opens back. So we're now in that space at the back. Got our wet Audi heating system there for your towel rail. Really nicely finished bathroom area. Cupboarding down the bottom there, and then this over the other side again, this lovely shower, nicely timber effect finish on the panels, chromed shower heads, and there's obviously more lighting in here as well, which light up this space really well. Twin plug holes in case you're at different angles on your pitch, so the water runs away, which is also a nice little touch, that. And really nice when they're carpeted as well. Really nice finish with the carpeting. Okay, so that's the third design. So I think the only one we're yet to find for you will be, of course, the island bed, like our K-Yacht 79, 2021 K-Yacht 79. While we're off in hunt of that, let's just stop off at the 59. The 59 is the smallest of the A-Class Mobilvettas. You can see it's coming in at a few K less. This is a 5.99, so let's call it 6 meters for cash. But again, look at the payload there. I mean, you know, it's a metre and a half less, but it's got 90 kilos payload, because obviously it's got less bodywork to weigh it down, which is, so it's a fantastic payload on that. In fact, you'd struggle to get for 1,500 kilos in there, I think, in terms of extra luggage. But the 59 is, as I say, the smallest in the A-Class offering from Mobilvetta. But again, no compromise, or it certainly doesn't feel, as you come in, it doesn't feel as though there's any sort of compromise on space. It's a really open area, this. It's so well done for a 6 metre, or for a sub 6 metre van. Your drop down bed at the top there. And then mid galley, so it's literally like getting in the 86 or the 95 that we've just got out of, until you get to that separate area there, which is where obviously they lose, shall we say, the length of the vehicle. So the galley space is actually a really generous galley space as well, no different to the other ones we've been in. Really good double fridge freezer, as with the other vans. Got your cupboard of goodies in there. TV booster, aerial, got your solar controller there as well, which, what do they put? Vetchline solar in there. Obviously all your solar power is upgradable. There's plenty of room on the roof. I can vouch for that, because we went from the 120 watt single solar panel on the roof of our K-Yacht 79 up to 750 watt solar, so there is plenty of options to increase your solar off-grid capability. Nice little wardrobe space there, and similarly some storage down the bottom. And then this, of course, is your bathroom area at the back. Still really a really nice spacious area. All that finish you'd expect, with the recessed LED lighting as well. All that finish you'd expect, or we've seen in the other Mobilvettas. Twin water outlets. Nice cupboarding space here. So you've got plenty of room in it. And of course, bedding wise, that's your double that drops down there. So it is a fantastically compact van, this little 59, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
And I think the clever bit about it is that they've kept this so open and kept everything the same size as the bigger Mobilvettas. So you don't feel as though you're compromising on space at all, do you? It's a very...
you're just missing another bedroom. That's it.
Yeah.
And if you don't need it, then
No, absolutely.
it feels really good.
Yeah, really like these little 59s. Lovely vehicle. So that's the 59. So let's carry on our search for our final offering, which will be our island bed. So at just £5 under 119, again with VB Air. This of course is the island bed offering, the K-Yacht 90. Ours was the 79, so this is the successor to the 79. Again, 4.4 tonne, 1160 kilos payload. Fantastic payload offerings on all of these Mobilvettas, the 4.4 tonne version. And then look at that as you come in. Again, a really nice space. Got your dining area at the front there, because the bedding is obviously at the back, as we'll see in a moment. But again, the lovely, really nice stitching, that sort of fabric finish, and then this diamond pattern on the embroidery. Is a really attractive feature of these Mobilvettas. This bit here, that little knob there, allows you to pull this screen up, and those then become your forward facing seats. Again, exactly the same as I was saying earlier. If you wanted to know more about this van, there is a walkthrough on the channel of a detailed walkthrough of this vehicle. So if what you're seeing is catching your eye, then do look for the K-Yacht 90 on the channel, the walkthrough. You can see it's an absolute replica of what we've been in already, the other Mobilvettas. Really nice galley area, same ovening, same cupboarding above. Fridge freezer identical, got your solar controller and your TV aerial up there, TV point, second TV point at the back, but there you go, there's the difference. You've got your lovely island bed setup, just something we personally liked to have, and it was an absolute, when we saw this one and saw the beautiful way they're set out inside, it was a no-brainer. And we've had 3 fabulous years of motorhoming in our 79. This one again has the twin door, of course, which comes across and allows you to close off that, sort of almost make it into a large ensuite. Again, the lovely chrome finishes. But that, excuse the flickering obviously of some of this lighting in here, but a really nice island bed. And then let's just pop open, look at that lovely big wardrobe space. LED reading lights at the back there. The bed is adjustable, so you can lift it up electronically, which creates more space in the garage. Identical wardrobe over that side, your little storage pockets both sides with that lovely Mobilvetta logo and Mobilvetta finish. Really nicely done. Of course, some of the upgrades that you can do to them are, you can swap out some of these roof lights and change them for aircon units. You can add, as I've said earlier, you can add solar to the roof, add additional battery, habitation battery power to them. So you can really do some modifications to them that give you tremendous off-grid capability. If that's going to be your thing in Europe or in the UK, but they are fabulous vehicles to travel around in. And I must say, when we get back after 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks away in ours, we do think, why on earth do we need a house with all the space, don't we? Because there's,
the house seems enormous, but
because there's so much space to live in
do
these.
we really need all that space?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that, the island bed offering, very nice, and as you'd expect for these soon to be 2025 Mobilvettas, a really lovely finish inside. See as well there, that's now an electric bed, and obviously we have to unclip our little hook and then manually lift it up and down, so they've put some power on it now, so that's an interesting addition. And these are for your ladder to help you get up into this front bed. It comes down to about that type of level, just above the dashboard. Basically, it settles down just to that sort of height at the top of the steering wheel there, so it gives you a flavour of where it comes down to. But yeah, a bit of power on the bed now. So, and those are the different sizes that we've just been looking through there, the 80, the 86, the 90, and there of course that smallest one, that beautifully laid out 59, which I really like that. That is a nice offering as an A-class van to be less than 6 metres. Amazing. So the Kias, we've got the Kia 80, the 86 and the 90. Obviously each of those refer to the fact that it's a slightly different layout on each of them, just as it is with the Mobilvettas. And the Kias have that island bed option, twin bed option, or that rear lounge option with the drop down electric bed there. So let's give you a quick look into those. You can see as well, of course, the price points when you see the whole list together. The price points on the Kias are generally just under the 100k mark, the 80 being at 96,995, whereas of course the A classes, because these are the coach built, these three are coach built, these 5 are the A class and therefore attract that slightly higher price tag, generally up and around from the 109 or the 59 up to near as damn it 120k on the 86 and the 90. So this is the Kia 80, this is the 7 metre version, but again of course because it's 4.4 tonne, 1180 kilos payload, fantastic offering that. As you can see by the diagram, this is the drop down bed version. The coach built version, in other words the ones that keep the sort of cab if you like, then give you all of the Kia range, give you that extra lovely big panoramic window at the front there, plenty of storage options, always above what is the original cab of the Fiat vehicle that it's based on, and then sort of from that dividing line backwards you've then got what Mobilvetta then add to it as the builder. because you can't fit the bed over the front there because it's a cab, then of course the position of the bed a lot of the time is directly above us here, and this one's no exception. You've got this electronic bed up above us here. You can just see the tracks there coming down the side of the unit and over this side just there, which is where the bed's tracked down. But again, really nicely set out, and of course now that you've seen them all together one after the other, you can see that a lot of the fixtures and fittings are very signature Mobilvetta, particularly in and around the galley area, with very similar Thetford ovens and the hobs with the induction unit there. Lockers all very similar. There's also your second electronic drop down bed, so the bed spaces are just moved slightly closer to each other because of the cab space at the front there, but it still doesn't compromise on its really nice finish. The bathroom, you can see straight away, is almost identical to the first Mobilvetta we were in. Little button down there which allows you to then just open that out, and your shower clips in up there. So some quite clever use of space there. Again, the whole area has got two outlets, so it's in effect one big wet room. Once that's here, whether that's in that position or in the back position for the shower, it's become one giant wet room with a curtain that comes across, but the door threshold is lifted to avoid you getting any water out into your carpeted area. And then at the back, as we go past that, again, exactly the same as some of the A classes there. There's big fridge freezer spaces, and then that lovely U-shaped lounge, adjustable table, which goes up and down to allow the bed to drop and the space to be created for your second bed space. A raised TV point. And a really nice finish. Again, that cupboarding very like that A-class Mobilvetta we were in a minute ago, with the Aldi wet heating reservoir, the aerial, the booster. There's your Vetchline solar controller. And again, plenty of storage space. So that's the Kia 90. So that was the Kia 80. Its logo's on the side there, and then I just stand back here, you get a view of that cab section. Nice, sort of really nice lines as well at the top there. They do finish them, from a styling point of view, they do finish them really nicely. So let's go over and have a look at the AC6, which is over here. So the 86, this one is about £5 short of 100k. It of course offers you over 1200 kilos of payload, and of course, you know already, offers you this lovely interior. You're now probably seeing the theme across the Mobilvetta range. Cab again at the front, so we've got the mid-range electronic bed that drops down from above us there into the sort of lounge galley space, and then at the back here, almost identical layout to that, to the A-class version that we went into at the back there, with that two twins, or the ability to infill there and create that massive double at the back. Let's just see if we can show you how this drops down. So there's a little control on the side there. If we just press that down, there we go. So that's down in its lowest position. You can see obviously the little hooks there, which will give you a ladder, but you can see where it settles down on its space there. Narrows towards the foot end, And let's take her back up again. So a nice easy mechanism on those. Doesn't take long at all to take your bed space up and down there, and that very similar twin space in terms of your toilet space over this side, and then the shower space over the other. Double door aspect as well from there across to there. So that's the 86, and let's just see if we can find you a 90. And there we go, there's the Kia 90. Again, just £5 short of 100k. Same sort of figures, we're getting used to those figures now, aren't we? 1242 kilos of payload, that massive garage space at the back there. And this, and therefore, if I can just see if I can get into that to show you that. There we go. What a huge garage space that is. And that's got your ladder for one of the beds inside. There's your Audi wet heating system, that radiator fed system that they all got now, the Mobilvettas. That'll be, if we can just climb in and see if we can see that cubby. That's probably just in there. You can see your frost protection valve, that blue lever on the top there. That's often what pops open if the temperature outside drops below 4 degrees. Then your heating system will drop its reservoir of water out to prevent pipe damage and tank damage. So if you ever get that problem, then that's where you head to reset it. But a colossal garage, that, great space. And then let's just show you inside this 90. This one's got some of the LED lighting on. Perfect, there we go, yeah. So you can start to get an effect now. They're just, the rest of the staff are just coming in now, so they're starting to power up the vans. There's your cab area at the front, like the other two Kias that we saw. But again, no compromise on finish. Lovely upholstery. Do like the colour schemes in these. Lovely embroidered logos. The galley space, again identical. Twin doors. And there's the difference, is the island bed space at the back. This one, of course, as well has your electronic bed that drops down over exactly the same point, just comes down over these points here and settles, of course, and that's where your ladder slots in that we saw in the garage there. So now with this one powered up, you've got a few more of those lovely lighting effects on. TV obviously can fit on this wall here. You can see this facility for TV electrics up there. You can see this one has a Truma air conditioning unit fitted as well, and it's iNet ready. You can see the little logo there, which is a useful function, gives you control of the heating and water systems from your phone, from an app on your phone, Truma app. And that is your sliding door there that comes across and gives you that privacy in the island bed space at the back here.
It's quite a nice kitchen space with these pull-out cupboards, which we'll just demonstrate.
Yeah.
You can pull out your cutlery drawer, which is quite handy.
Yes.
And all these drawers pull out. And there's quite a bit of space there actually. I'll stretch my hand right in there.
Yeah.
And another one at the bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is pretty good, it's all very nicely.
They are, there's plenty of storage in them, isn't there? Yes.
Yeah, nice, quite neat that.
Yeah. Let's just pop, we haven't taken one of the covers up yet for you, so as you'd expect, your chrome finish sink.
Very nice.
Same in just about all the Mobilvettas. There we go, so that's the Kia 90. So that's a very brief gallop round the Mobilvetta A-Class and the Mobilvetta Kias at the show here. As I say, there's a lot of walkthroughs that we've been lucky enough to be able to do with Marquis at their various branches in the UK. So if you wanted to know more detail about or see any of these vans in more detail, then there are films on the channel of some detailed walkthroughs of each and every one of these vehicles. But that just gives you a flavour of how they're setting themselves up for 2025. Headline for me would be there's no Series 2 here, so it may be that they've found that that's too much of a challenge in terms of payload. But but as I say, what they haven't compromised on, there's still that lovely finish, isn't there? And
There is. And,
really nice. There we go. There's a yes. I know.
Mirror. It's the little things.
It
again,
is.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely. And I promised I'd try and find you one that was lit up. There we go. I'll just go and see if they've powered up any of the other ones with the blue recessed lighting, which is also very nice indeed. But look at how light and airy that now gives it with all its LED finish on now. Lovely vans, lovely interiors, and well done to Mobilvetta. So I brought you all the way back round to the 86 that we looked at earlier, because they've powered this one up. So let me just show you. So there we go. There's some of that. There's some of that lovely lighting, and round here there's some of that lovely blue lighting as well, accent lighting that they put in. As Nikki was saying, as you can detect, I do like the lighting finishes in the Mobilvettas. You can see as well, look at it down at your base level as well, all lit on the floor spaces. Little LEDs there, along the back there. Yeah. Glad we've been able to add that onto the end of the film, because that really gives you a good effect now of how fantastically lit these spaces are, and what a lovely space it is in the evening and at night when you're using some of that recessed LED lighting. Lovely finish.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the films, guys, and our tour of the NEC this year.
Cool, what a few sights and sounds there were in there, weren't there?
Yeah, we enjoyed it, didn't we?
There were, some absolutely fantastic vans, weren't there? And there's all those 2025 editions, bit more tech, isn't there? A bit flashier lighting, some upgraded and updated interiors, and some of those vans and the little vans. I think there was quite a change there, wasn't there? Lots of innovation.
Yeah, I enjoyed the little innovative additions to lots of the vans that we spotted. And what we also really enjoyed is bumping into some of you that follow our channel.
Yes, it was great really, to have a chat, guys. Yeah,
really lovely to meet you in person, and we had some lovely chats with people, didn't we?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was really good fun.
Yeah.
So anyway, keep an eye out on the channel. There are going to be probably 4 or 5 other films from the NEC here, so if you fancy a full-on virtual tour of the NEC 2024, then have a search on the channel for those other films. Until we see you on the road again next time, thanks ever so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon, guys.
See you soon.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.